So this is the 1998 K1500 Silverado. It's freezing cold today, I think 15 degrees or so, but it's the first day of not rain. So I wanted to do this while the sun was out. This truck came from Oregon. It's got some peeling all over, just really along the top of the doors, a little bit on the roof, and then both fenders, actually just the other fender. Top of the other fender's got a little bit too. Originally black, some of it's been repainted. I believe that most of this side is original, and most of the other side's been painted. Either way though, it is in desperate need of love and attention. It is filthy, so you'll see that too, but the paint is clearly in pretty terrible shape. So this is going to be a test subject for a lot of products, both already existing and some that we are developing. It'll be a platform for testing pads, polishers, compounds, ceramic coats, etc., etc., etc. This will never be, yes, if you look closely, the orange peel, it's a little bit different than the other side. So this truck will absolutely never be perfect. The paint wise, as you can see, the hood especially, it's got a lot of deep scratches in it. But we're just gonna test a few different things, different buffers, sort of show you, give you an idea of how you could sort of bring this truck back to life without spending, a ton of money. All right, more to come.
All right, today we are going to attempt to do a little bit of paint correction on this pickup truck. Probably just going to do the hood for now. As you can see, it is in just terrible condition. It's got stains, deep scratches, stuff. We're not looking to take out deep scratches or anything like that today. We're just sort of testing some products, different pads that I actually haven't tried yet. And just generally just seeing how much a little paint correction will clean some of this stuff up. We may touch the fender as well, which at first glance looks good until you really put the light on it. It's pretty bad. The stuff I'm using I've had for a long time, as evidenced. Decent collection. Standard microfibers. I would generally start with an orange medium pad with 105. It's worked really well for me in the past. However, I think I'm going to try a heavier cutting pad, at least just to start. Usually you want to start with the least aggressive possible. To be fair, I don't know how thick the paint is. I don't know if it's clear coat. I don't know if it's single stage. We're going to find all of that out. I'm not saying that this truck doesn't matter. It's being used as more of a test platform. So it doesn't, if I mess something up, make a mistake, it's not going to be a huge deal. If we were talking about that car, then it would be a different story. I'm going to try this yellow pad first, just to sort of see how it goes. White medium or medium finishing pads with 205, and then a blue pad with the synthetic sealant always works really well. I've just had these cleaners for a long time, and they've worked really well. And I believe this is just a Porter Cable DA polisher, also had for a long time. But it all works really well, and we're going to see what happens.
All right, so we clay barred this half of the hood, a little bit of residue there. Paint feels really good. It was much less contaminated than I thought. The clay bar didn't take out some of the stains, which I didn't expect it to. But we're gonna do this sort of quarter first. We'll do some taping, tape it all off here, and give it a whirl. Yeah, we're gonna do the yellow pad first. I am just gonna put a little bit of compound on a rag and just give it a quick touch to see if I get any pigment from the paint back on the rag, and that'll tell me if it's single stage or if it's two stage, meaning clear coat over base coat versus just polished paint, which is single stage. So as you can see, it's ugly. This paint's a disaster. So we're gonna see how good we can make it.
All right, so we just completed phase one. I used the yellow pad with the 105. I see no paint transfer, so it's clear coat paint. And this is how the before looked, stained, hazy, and terrible. And this was just after a couple passes. So that pad actually cuts pretty well. However, it is bringing out all the imperfections in the paint. It's got a lot of cracks and chips and all sorts of stuff. So what I'm gonna do now probably is just, I haven't done up there obviously, I'm probably just gonna hammer out the rest, just this half of the hood, and just do it quick enough just to make it look good, and you know, see how well this is. Okay, so after about 30, 45 minutes of work, we've done half the hood. Now, I may have done a little bit faster than some other people would have. Made a mess over here. I just hit it, yellow pad, orange pad, white pad, blue pad, 1 or 2 passes each, just to see how this paint would come back. And I'll tell you what, not bad. I mean, obviously it's brought out all the imperfections in the paint, which, you know, a lot of cracks, deep scratches. You know, a wet sand may help. It's never going to fix the scratches, or, I'm sorry, the deep cracks, you know, in the paint, that sort of thing. There's a lot of nicks, chips, a lot of things like that. I mean, however, this is unbelievably smooth, and it's actually got a decent reflection. So compare that to this. That's what it was like before. Man, it's unbelievable. Stains. I mean, look at that. Not perfect, no, but by all means, a much better driver. That's actually really nice right there. Wow. I'll tell you what, I've done a lot of paint correcting on a lot of cars. I have not done this one yet. But this is probably by far the best before and after. I'm floored by this. Just the tone, the depth of the paint. I mean, obviously, and again, you get it in the light. It's super imperfect, but from here it looks like it's showroom compared to what was awful. This side may have a lot more deep scratches than the other side did, but I'm just gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna wash all these pads, clay this, hit it with all the pads again, and see how the hood comes back all together. I'm not gonna film that just because you've seen enough already, so I'm gonna just hammer that out and we'll be back in a bit.